So here is the Anvil Overland updated mount on the system I have. So I have one right here for my wife. And then this is the tablet mount. I got my Garmin InReach here. And then I have, this is the XL. It's a little bit bigger than this one. So obviously all the colors are changeable. And this is actually for a radio holder, like a GMRS radio holder, but I put my walkie-talkie right here. Just ease of getting in and out, and it doesn't interfere with the grab handle. But in my opinion, this is the best phone mount, tablet mount system you can have, just because of all the features and customizations and even colors that you can do. There's different colors. Even the brackets are different. You can get different colors. The bases, you can get different colors. Pretty much any accessory. They even make one for the walkie-talkie, but I leave it down there for the handheld. Let's see here, but it just mounts at the bolt holes below the grab handles, and you get different bar colors too. I don't know if it's coming out, but this is what I was talking about. You can kind of see the red outline while you're driving. Some people, it bugs me. Even according to the owner of the company, even the black ones do it too. So I guess red shows up a little bit more, but either way, it's a great company. Their customer service is superb. I had an issue with the bar fading after 3 or 4 months. No, it was longer than that. It was almost a year. And he sent me a new one, no questions asked. So I've had them all. I've had the bullet point ones that mount up here. I've had the RAM mount that mounted up here. The RAM mount I had before this system, and I did like this one, but this one is much more customizable. You can really push the phones lower down or have them up, or even the tablets, you can move them up. And even with this, like if I'm riding shotgun and let my wife drive, I could easily just move this over and, you know, adjust the maps or whatever. So it's locked in where it won't like move out of the way, but it's still movable. So you can still kind of tweak and twist it as you want, you know, for the day. And overall it's great. You know, these are spring loaded, so you just put your phone in, lock them in, and then if you're a cord OCD like me, you can just run all the cords, zip tie them to the back, and then I have all the cords go down. This is for my cell phone booster, the Wii Boost, the inside antenna. But I have all the cords go down. You take the display off and you put an outlet back there. So you can run all your cords and hide all your cords back behind there, and this is on all the time. So you don't have to worry about ignition turning on and off. So while you're driving, getting out of the car, everything works great. But this is my setup that I have. It works really well. Tablet location is perfect. The Garmin InReach Mini has an app right here, so you can send text messages out through there, and just, you know, satellite up, and you can get messages out no matter where you're at, as long as you're not underground. Either way, nothing else to really say about it, but if you guys, I did do another video about this. If you guys want to go check that out on my video page, I have all my other Jeep mods I have in there. And then real quick, so there's a lock on the side back here. I'll show you once I take it off. We just unscrew it a little bit, and that's what's, so before I had an issue with this rattling while you're driving, but they installed a little tightener right here. So you tighten that down, noise is gone, all the rattles are gone, and it basically locks it into place. So you unlock it, and then you can adjust up and down, and then lock it in, and no more rattles. So that really fixed my OCD. But either way, it's really easy to mount up. Drop it in, lightly torque it down, lock it in, and you're good. And then you just plug in your power supply. I went with the 90 degrees, and then I bought a USB-C. It's like 3 of them in one little outlet, and then I hardwired that into a hot wire behind the radio. So That's how I keep all my cords out of the way. I just use zip ties, and then these just kind of hang down when not in use and they're not in the way. Normally I have my phone right here, but I'm obviously recording with that. But other than that, it's one of the best systems out there. So if you would, please like and subscribe. I just want to give an update on that. And we're gonna go head to the house. Right? Blue Ridge Overland Gear made this. And I keep some little hotkeys, a little printout with all the taser functions and features that I have programmed. Tire PSI, what my auxiliary buttons down there, what they do. And then, so that's just a little Velcroed hot pad or whatever I put up there. Pens, chapstick, insurance stuff. This right here, Trail Recon sells these on his store page, but cut your seatbelt or break the window out. So I actually never had to break a window before, but I've had come across the trails to cut someone out, because once those seatbelts, once those auto retractors work in an accident, they'll pin you in. They really will. They're meant to pull tight and pull the seatbelt across your chest to save you, but getting them off, sometimes the buttons jam and all that, so you can't get them off. So that's a good thing to have, especially, you know, if you come up on someone who's rolled over and the seatbelts automatically lock. But we also did put on the back of the seats, I don't know how good that's coming out. We do have cord management right here. And on the back half over here, we did kind of like headache medicine, nausea medicine, just a little bag full of meds. Basically, headache, heartburn, chapstick, you know, just the stuff that, you know, you don't want to pull out the whole first aid kit for a headache or, you know, a bug bite or some band-aids or something. So, let's see here. I also put a link to these. I've gone back and forth with a couple of these options, but so far I like these the best. They're really secure. They tuck out of the way. I have them here, and then I have an MPS rear mount moly panel up here, kind of the top attic storage, and I was able to buy just the red things right there, and I incorporated that into the straps that come with the moly panel to hold them up, so the kids can have a little grab handle back there too, because they really like that stuff too. What else? Something that I wanted to bring up before. So use your parking brake, especially when you're in four-wheel high or four-wheel low. And the reason for that is let's see here. I'm going to shift to 4 high, and we're locked in. But now here's what could happen. Say you're in 4 high, and dogs or kids, or maybe it's happened to me in 4 low sometimes too. But if you're in 4 low, sometimes it'll have it pops out if you don't really lock it in tight, like you really, you know, like get it locked in. Sometimes it'll say that's locked in, but it's, you know, kind of on the cusp, and it'll pop out. It happened to me a couple times, and I mean, I'm talking a couple times within, you know, 24,000 miles. But one thing I always do now is I always engage the parking brake, because what will happen is, especially if you're in 4 low, if it pops into neutral, so I'm in neutral, so if it pops into neutral, it gives you a warning, right? Vehicle may move even in park. So we're in park right now, right? And watch this, I'm gonna let go of the brake pedal. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh yeah, you see, we're moving. We're in park, and we're moving. Imagine you're on Black Bear Pass, and you go move in between 4 low and 2 high to make a tight turn, so you're not like locking the wheels. So you're making a tight turn, and you put it back into 2-wheel drive, or go to pop it back into 4-wheel drive, you know, in park, and you get out of the car to spot someone. Well, what happens if the dog knocks it over, or a kid knocks it over, or it just, you know what I mean? Like, you getting out of the car, the weight transfer in the car moves, and it pops out of 4 low. Well, your Jeep's gonna go rolling down the mountain. So for safety concerns, always use your parking brake, especially when on the trail. Because what's to stop, you know, even anyone from jumping in your car and putting it into, you know, 4-wheel drive or 4 low or whatever, popping it in neutral. So I can't stress it enough, but it's a major safety thing, and a lot of new Jeep people are getting into 4-wheel drive. They don't, you know, recognize this. Now, if you had like my Tundra, you had the electronic shifter, you know, that's, you don't have to worry about that with that, because, you know, it's all electronically done. But with the manual thing, you got to be careful with that. Use your parking brake. That's a big safety thing. You should get in the habit of doing that. But that's going to summarize this little quick summary here. What else? We're going camping to Clayton, Georgia this weekend coming up, spring break weekend, just for one night. That's all I can kind of get away from. So as you can see, the weather is getting a lot nicer out, so we're definitely doing more camping. And James wants to go home and play with his bow and arrow.
I already got one though.
All right, but we're gonna head to the house. Thanks for staying to the end. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.